This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Art Youth Expo takes over downtown Hazleton this week, but it's not the only thing happening on First Friday. We talk with the executive director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress next. Hi everyone, I'm Ken Kara and thank you for watching SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Last night, the Hazleton Area School District received input concerning the district's switch from full to half-day kindergarten. Budget concerns prompted the change, which took effect at the start of the current school year. Last night, the school board heard from a principal, a teacher, and parents who would like to return to full-day kindergarten. Superintendent Dr. Craig Butler presented options for helping students who fall behind. We talked with Dr. Butler and Board President Marie Kay about the situation prior to last night's special meeting.
We've sought parent input, teacher input, administrative input. The board asked us to present some information for their consideration. We have surveyed approximately 28 school districts, some very similar to ours, some very different. We'll be delivering that information to them for their consideration. We've broken it down into general information, remedial programs, and other school districts offer. I think it's important for the district to know also our space limitations, if you will. And then we're also presenting possible options for their consideration.
So the subject, I know, has been one that you've been concerned about. You've expressed concerns right from the start about it, Marie. So there's a lot to be taken into consideration because, as Dr. Butler mentioned, there's the factor of where to put the children, too, for full day.
Right, and when we made this decision last year, it was a struggle for the entire board. I'm not sure where the money is going to come from. The finances have not changed. And then again, we would have to hire 18 teachers along with finding the space in our district for them. So there's a lot to take into consideration. The administration has been putting together information for the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm looking forward to hearing what their fact-finding has brought forward, and we'll have to make a decision from there.
What's been some of the reaction you've heard from some of the parents you represent?
I know that the parents want the full-day kindergarten back. I'm a big proponent of education, so I would love nothing more than to see that. I just am very cautious about the money situation, so we're going to have to see where that all falls out.
I'm going to go out of order. The first one we're
The school board members informally agreed to decide the matter by their next meeting, which is set for April 27th. 2 days and counting until one of the busiest First Fridays ever. Lisa Sugart has the details.
This Friday is once again First Friday in downtown Hazleton, and here with all the details is our good friend Krista Schneider. She is the executive director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. I guess it's safe to say that art is the theme for this month's celebration.
Yeah, the Hazleton Art League is coordinating their Art Youth Expo this weekend. So it's the First Friday is their kickoff of the Art Youth Expo, and so we're tying everything in, and that's the featured event. It's going to be really neat. It's the 7th year that they're doing this. And it's featuring the talents of the youth in the community ages 13 to 30. And everybody's invited to come and check out all the exhibits, all the music, all the dance, a whole bunch of things. Anything that's creative talent is what's featured. It starts on Friday at 6 p.m. There's a opening ceremony that kicks things off and a reception at the Art League. There will be a featured exhibit there. And you can pick up a map there to go do the art walk, which has exhibits from all over the downtown. And so you could go and vote too for the best in different categories, so you could participate in that way. There's also some other things going on along the walk. There's it's called a Tuneful Tryst at the Sage Exchange. It's like an open mic live. If you want to do an open jam session, you want to go read poetry, play your music, anything to express, your talents that way, that's at the Sage Exchange. There's also 2 opportunities for dance lessons. There's actually a dance demo if you're interested in cultural dance, traditional dance. There's a Dominican folklore dance exhibit with children, young adults at the Academy of Art and Culture. That's 100 West Broad Street. That's the Broad Street Business Exchange down in the basement. They're doing a demo there at 6. Following that by, if you want to learn the salsa or the bachata, they're doing lessons there starting at 7. And if you're into more traditional dancing, the swing dancing, which I hear Ken is now signed up for, so I'm excited to hear that. At Facets of Dance at 6 p.m. you could learn swing dancing for beginners. So a lot of opportunities to participate. Businesses are also getting involved. The Shop 2 is having greyhounds, I guess, to meet and greet their guests. So it's a greyhound adoption network. So if people wanted to learn more about greyhounds, they could go to the Shop 2. They can meet the greyhounds and figure out what's all involved in adopting a greyhound. Let's see. Kids could go to the library if they want to do some watercolor painting. They're having a workshop there. And then there's free entertainment. If you want to go to the Pines for dinner, you could catch some entertainment there. There's a band playing. There's also music that'll be at the Sage Exchange earlier in the evening at 5 p.m. His name is Charles Vestron. The Pines is Aaron McCurdy. And you could end the night at the Sanctuary Stunt Studio, see some live stunt performances, and call it a night.
Wow, I think it would be calling it a night. There's definitely a lot going on. And as you said, the Art Youth Expo kicks off on Friday, but then it continues again on Saturday too. So a lot of fun going on for the entire weekend in downtown Hazleton. If you want to know more about all those millions of events that Krista just talked about, go to downtownhazleton.org. It will give you the complete list. As she said, you could pick up your map and go around, vote for your favorite artists, and have a great time in downtown Hazleton. We hope to see you this Friday at First Friday.
I'm going to have a Zoot Suit riot on Friday. Thank you, Lisa. Tonight marks the last of a 3-day Lenten Retreat at St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham. It's being hosted by Father Pio Mandato, a Franciscan priest who was born in Italy and had the great privilege of receiving First Holy Communion from St. Padre Pio. Father Pio carries with him a glove worn by the saint. He talks about the meaning behind such a relic during a taping of the Sam Lasan Show.
But in the Acts of the Apostles, there's a beautiful passage where when Peter, and even with St. Paul, but the passage that comes with St. Peter, because he worked miracles in the name of Jesus. And sometimes people they couldn't get to him, and they would bring like a cloth or bring something that Peter touched. And they would bring this. Sometimes there was even a passage with water that some of the saints washed their hands. And they bring these things to somebody else, and it becomes an instrument of grace. But it's got to be connected with faith, a deep, deep faith. Mm-hmm. So obviously, Padre Pio had the wounds of Jesus, and a relic was something that he touched, especially in a particular way, a glove that covered his stigmata. It's not holy in itself, but if it can evoke people's devotion and faith in the Lord, then that's when our Lord can touch and even work miracles.
Uh-huh. Father Pio will present the final Lenten program tonight at 7 p.m. at St. John Bosco Church, and you can see his interview on the Sam Lasan Show this Friday at 9 a.m., 1:30 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. on SSPTV and at ssptv.com. Well, did you know that back problems can stem from the shoes you wear? That's the topic this week with Sacco Chiropractic.
Well, do you wear high heels a lot, or are you a runner? That's our focus today on this segment. We're here at Sacco Chiropractic. We're back with the good doctor, Scott Sacco, and thanks for having us back.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for coming in today.
Now, as you can see, there is a little bit of a height difference here, and everyone asks, I'm always in heels, even when it's snowing, and I have heels on today. I have a heel wedge, but that actually could be bad for your back.
Yes. So one big thing that we want to go over with a lot now is heels, and even with all the snow melting, everybody's getting back out and running. Mm-hmm. So one thing that we'd like to talk about is plantar fasciitis, which is in your foot. A lot of times when somebody comes in a chiropractor, they think that we just deal with necks and backs and only really on your spine. Myself, I have more of a sports background, so I treat everything. So there's actually certain foot adjustments that you could do that if you were wearing heels for too long or if you're running for too long, different bones in your foot could come out of place. And we actually do specific adjustments to that bone to put it back in, and it'll help clear up things like plantar fasciitis. It'll help clear up things like shin splints, which is going to be huge now that everybody's going to be getting out and running again. A lot of times you feel the pain in the front of their shins. They really don't know what to do. This will help reduce it dramatically, and I've had fantastic results with it over the years.
Very good tips. What if you're running in heels? That's usually my life.
Oh, that I don't recommend at all.
All right, Doc. Again, if you want to stop by, you are accepting new patients. You are on Facebook.
Yes, absolutely.
So check them out. Again, we're here at Sacco Chiropractic each week on SSPTV News.
Thank you, Scott and Janine. Well, tonight we continue our 13 lucky nights on SSPTV News. Lisa put 3 exclamation points in that script. Powers and Thomas Entertainment Group and the Laurel Mall proudly present the first ever Laurel Mall Spring Fling Outside Carnival, and we have a family 4-pack of wristbands for 1 lucky viewer. Another 3 exclamation points. A $100 value that includes unlimited rides. The carnival takes place April 21st through the 30th on the grounds of the Laurel Mall. Call us now at 570-459-9813, extension 104. Leave us your name and phone number, and we'll pick 1 lucky winner. Stay tuned to SSPTV News for more chances to win. And tonight we have a shout out for Abby DeGuez, one of our SSPTV News fans on Facebook. Thank you, Abby, for the support. Like our Facebook page and click notifications for our latest updates and for your chance at a nightly news shout out. Well, coming up, our hunting segment features the host of the show, Wild About Hunting, a chair and a bow. That's all I know. We'll have to watch to find out more. In sports, we'll go to Media Day for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders and see what's happening with the reigning AAA national champions.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hey folks, welcome to this week's segment of Wild About Hunting. We're sticking to that theme of getting ready for spring turkey season and chasing them with the bow and arrow. Last week we touched really quick on your shot placement on a turkey. This week we want to touch a little bit on how you should be training to make that shot on a turkey. So one of the things I do first is keep in mind, as opposed to deer hunting, when we could possibly be standing up, elevated off the ground in a standing position in a tree stand, we're on the ground, either in a seated position like this, kneeling, or sitting on the ground to hunt turkey. So when you're using a bow and arrow, it creates a lot more difficult situation than it is with a shotgun. Our muscles also obviously have to have good strength, good muscle memory to draw the bow, but we incorporate a lot more muscles into that movement when we're drawing that bow back. So you want to train in this scenario. So I have my bow here all set up just like I would. I have a set of bow sticks on the bottom to keep the bow in the upright position so I can grab it right in front of me. And we're going to give it a shot here from a seated position in a chair if I was sitting in a ground blind, or maybe just brush back into some brush. So let's see how I do. All right, I center punched that one. Perfect. That's a dead turkey. Now, we may not necessarily always have the best situation to be sitting in a chair. Sometimes we may have to be kneeling to take that shot at the turkey. So let's get myself down into this position, in a kneeling position, and let's see how this is. Poses a little bit more of a challenge because now I'm almost like I'm standing. I've got that center, that wide base here, but I'm still down a little bit lower. I can't use anything from waist down. Okay, not a bad shot, a little bit high, but it's effective. It'll get that turkey done for me. The last scenario that you could find yourself in, and I may find myself in this spring, and that's a seated on the ground position, just like if I was using a gun at the base of a tree. So we're going to use the wall here to simulate the tree. Now I'm really taking out my lower body to help me with stability and balance, and I have to rely on core strength and upper body strength and muscle memory to draw the bow back. Okay. You saw me jump a little bit there, but I managed to hold that, and I center punched it. So this season, try chasing turkey with the bow and arrow, practice and train. There's reasons you do it. I jumped a little bit there, but I held it, made a good shot. Get yourself prepared. You owe it to the animal you're chasing and to you as a hunter. Any questions, email us at info@wildaboutHunting.com. We'll see you next week somewhere in the hunting woods.
About Robin Hood there. Remember, a new episode premieres every Monday at 3:30 here on SSPTV of Wild Bout Hunting.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
A little break in the April showers today, but don't worry, they'll be back. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Our area is in a flood watch through Saturday morning, and for tonight, rain mainly after 1 a.m. It will be a low of 42 degrees, wind gusts as high as 29 miles per hour, and new precipitation amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. Thursday, rain with thunderstorms possible. After 11 a.m., we'll get up to 50 degrees, wind gusts as high as 31 miles per hour, and new rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. Thursday night, rain likely mainly before 1 a.m., cloudy with a low of 38 degrees. Friday, rain likely, cloudy with a high near 43 degrees. Friday night, 30% chance of rain and snow showers, then a chance of snow showers later at night, mostly cloudy with a low of 33 degrees. Saturday will be mostly sunny, high in the upper 40s. Saturday night, mostly clear, low of 31 degrees. Sunday, sunny with a high of 59. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low of 42 degrees. These are your midday winning lottery numbers here on SSPTV News. Pick 2, 42, pick 3, 170, pick 4, 2606, and pick 5, 82631. The Rail Riders are feeling pretty good heading into the 2017 season. We'll stop by Media Day next.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
If you hear a faint train-like sound in the distance, that's just the AAA National Champion Rail Riders coming your way for the 2017 season. Actually, if you live in Hazleton, it may be a train crossing Broad Street, but I hope I have your attention. Last year's Scranton Wilkes-Barre team won the AAA National title and produced some major talent for the Yankees. There's more reason to be excited in music this season. Here's a little preview. Just like the first day of school, it's always good to know someone on your first day in the clubhouse. Dustin Fowler is the Yankees' #9 prospect coming into the season, according to MLBpipeline.com. He spent last year at the AA level with Trenton, so this was his first time in music with the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. He's from Georgia, and so is fellow outfielder and Yankees' #2 prospect, Clint Frazier.
You know, I didn't know Dustin until I got traded over here to the organization, but him and I have gotten, pretty close here in the last couple of weeks in spring training, spending every day together in big league camp and minor league camp, and we're going to be living together this year, so it's going to be a fun time for all of us.
It should be a good time at PNC Field this season. The defending International League champions are younger, but they're still loaded with talent, and they're witnessing the New York Yankees youth movement. The Yankees tied a franchise record with 4 players under the age of 25 in their opening day lineup. Baby Bombers indeed. Merchandise available on the Rail Riders website.
They start realizing that if they play well, they play the game the right way, they're healthy, and they're prepared and ready when the phone rings. They know the Yankees are going to give them the opportunity because that's what they did last year. Guys like Tyler Austin, Josh, Gary Sanchez, Mason Williams, when he was up there, he was healthy. They all play well. So now these young guys moving up the ladder from AA to AAA, they know they're a phone call away, they're a step away from the major league, and that's why it's so exciting about having these kids in AAA level. And for the staff, we're very excited, we're looking forward. The season open up on Thursday, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun year.
There's a lot of young talent here these days, a lot of competition, but it's great. It's great to be in the mix. The Yankees really like me, so I'm honored to get the chance and then to give him my shot to make it to the majors with him.
Frazier is confident he'll make his way to the Bronx. He once told the New York Post he can't wait to pound the ball into the right field seats at Yankee Stadium.
I think everybody's got to have confidence. It's just how you handle it and how you're perceived. I want to make sure that the words that I say are words that I actually believe, and you know, I do believe what I say, and I think I'm going to, you know, go out there and play the best of my ability every time I step on that field.
That means a great show for fans at PNC Field as the Baby Bombers, aka the Rail Riders, try to repeat as champs and make their way to the majors in the process.
Had so much success. What do you try to hone in on now this year and keep working to get up to the bronze?
You know, be a better teammate, be consistent, go out there and just play the game that I'm capable of doing, and you know, just have fun. You know, I think that's the biggest part for me, is just go out there and enjoy the moment that I'm in and just put it in God's hands.
The fun starts Thursday at Buffalo, and the party comes back to NEPA on Monday at 7:05 p.m. as the Rail Riders take on the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. The Rail Riders recently hosted a camp in Freeland with MMI Prep and the help of McDonald's and Tops. 32 kids from grades 3 to 8 came out over the weekend to learn from the Rail Riders staff members and former major leaguers Russ Kanzler and Andy Ashby. 2 other former pros, Jeff Antolik and Jake Gronsky, also helped out along with the MMI baseball coaching staff. The kids learned some valuable skills and walked away with 4 tickets to the Rail Riders home opener, McDonald's coupons, and Tops baseball cards. Check this out. It's the SSPTV standard speaker Scoreboard. Hazelton area ran past Coughlin in track. Joe Grula won 4 events, the high jump, javelin, triple jump, and log jump, while his teammate Franklin Cunningham went the distance, winning the 1600 meters and the 3200 meter runs. The Lady Cougars' Kayla Merkel took 3 events, winning the shot put, discus, and javelin. Megan Reed won the 200 and 400 dashes, and Stephanie Yanochko won the 1600 meter and 3200 meter runs. Chicago's 2-day-long nightmare is over. The Cubs are at 500 after beating the Cardinals on Tuesday. They played some great defense in this game. Jake Arrieta pitched 6 innings, striking out 6 while walking 2. Joe Madden and the Cubs were back at it this afternoon in St. Louis. Okay, let's take a break and I'll come back and wrap up the show.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. One announcement for this evening: Holy Rosary Parish, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazelton, will be hosting a free community luncheon. Lunch will be served Saturday, April 8th from 11 a.m. to noon in the community room of the church. All are welcome to attend, and the parish would like to thank the Hazelton Rotary Club and the Weinberg Northeast Regional Food Bank. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mary E. McCord, formerly of Freeland. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. The McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Mary B. Umbriak of Hazel Township. Services will be held under the direction of the Firo Funeral Home. Mary Jean Saruk, formerly of Drifton. Funeral is Friday at 9 a.m. from the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. Adelia Marsicano of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Rosenstock Funeral Home. John G. Yakubik of West Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Robert G. Pavlik of West Hazelton. Funeral is Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. Mary Ellen Maduro of Hazelton. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. at the St. John Bosco Church. The Firo Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Faye J. Lisnock of Drums. Private services will be held at the St. John's United Church of Christ. Frederick T. Can Sr. of McAdoo. Funeral is Friday at 8 p.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And Ann Gelazinski, formerly of Whitehaven. Funeral is Thursday at 7 p.m. from the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m.
Charles McElwee was in the studio today recording new history segments, so look out for them and look out for more SSPTV news. We're coming your way again tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.